Hello, everyone. My guest today is Andras Tasi. He is a husband and father of twin boys, entrepreneurial business owner for 23 years, big follower of God, 21 years of business networking, franchise social media specialist, motivation, education, inspiration, you name it, now building smd.com. Andras, you ready to take us to the top?
I am, yes.
Okay. What is SMD? Is it SaaS or an agency?
It's actually a SaaS Plus company. So it came from an agency. The original company was an agency, a digital marketing agency, mainly focusing on paid adverts. And the story started with a really interesting step for us. Basically, when me and my co-founder is two business owners in the business, me and my best friend, we started as a house and like a side project, this company. And we landed a huge contract. So it started with a huge contract. We're talking about a FTSE 250 company in the UK, like £1 billion revenue company.
How much
And then
money
through
was the
that,
contract for?
it was a potential for a million pound at that time
And
for 12 months.
how did you get that deal? That's a big deal.
Well, it's I think it's down to the talents of sales and politics, how we build it up, and it was some connections and to the company originally, and there was a trust built up on our knowledge, and they decided to work with us. It started with a trial for a region, and then it would potentially grow for a whole nationwide contract.
So what are you doing for these customers?
That was Facebook paid adverts and content marketing.
Okay, so that was an agency deal basically. When does the SaaS come in?
Yeah, we started as an agency deal. There was no SaaS idea at that point. And basically what happened, we started to build a system because obviously it was a small agency. We just started and we had to build a system to actually cover this. We're talking about 150 locations, 300 pages. So we started to do research, finding a software solution where we can help us to actually run these pages, and we couldn't find anything.
And what year was this?
This is 2016, beginning of 2017.
Okay. And how much revenue did you do in total in 2017?
It was something like 15K in 2017.
So what happened to the $1 million contract?
That's the thing, yeah. So basically what happened, we started to work with this in this project. We got the first contract we signed that started to pay the start of the project. And in the meantime, we realized that, okay, so using your terminology, this is our golden goose. We got a big company. We need to build a company behind it, and we need to build ourselves up. But what happened, we realized there is no tool really. So we just find out that there is a pickaxe there where we can build. And that's the SaaS project. So we started to focus on the SaaS project and building this actual content management tool, focusing on that one particular company. But then what happened was Brexit and many regulations for that business, and they just stopped the contract.
So how much revenue did you do last month on the SaaS business?
The last month.
Last month.
The last month was 3.5K.
3,500. And how many customers?
You're talking about February, sorry.
February.
Realize it's March. Well, that's a good news then, because we just hit it 10K, Nathan. We are quite happy at the moment. The last month was one of the best months for the SaaS for us, and we just hit it 10K.
So how did you go from $3,500 per month in January to $10,000 per month last month in February?
So last month in February, we actually start the system what we built now, especially sales and the connections, start to work out, and we landed 4 big clients. That's it. And it's basically package and SaaS combined together.
How many customers are you working with today total?
We got 98 customers at the moment.
98 customers. This is great. And who is we? What's your team look like?
So I got my business partner and best friend. That's Norbert. He's acting as a CTO at the moment in the company, an amazing, talented guy. And then we got 4 full-time employees in the business, 1 part-time employee in the business. And on contract, we got our development team and a couple of support team. That's 9 people in total.
How many engineers total?
That's 3 engineers and 2 support for the engineers.
Got it.
Project management.
Any marketing or sales reps?
Well, that's us.
Got it. So 2 of you guys.
We are a marketing company, yeah. So we do have, yes. We don't have sales. I am the one running the sales in the business at the moment.
I see. So where are you finding these customers? You have 98 of them. Where'd you find them?
So the first customers, we actually did a trial. It was the beta phase of the software, what we did. And then instead of, there is a model, the lifetime model. And then instead of just running a really cheap lifetime model, we decided that we'll trial our pricing structure and the value of the software. So we built it a $300 package, what is a lifetime offer, but for $300. And we sold that to our networking. So we got quite a few connections in our obviously we got some clients from the past, and we got our networking clients as well, and we use social media to do that. The new customers who we acquiring is all organic social media.
But just to be clear, the 98 customers paying today, those are ones actually paying per month, not ones that paid one time for lifetime access.
No, there are 35 companies who paid one time, and we upselling to them services, and then everyone else is paid by month. Yes.
Got it. So you've got about 60 that are paying monthly, 35 paid $300 one time, and got you about $10,000 of one-time revenue.
Yeah, that's correct.
Why did you do that?
Well, as I said, we needed to see that what is the value behind the structure, what we build inside the software. The unique selling point of the software is a special template, and we decided that the beta phase of the software, the testing, will be better if you actually got real clients. Or I didn't want it to go in the route to do the free accounts, so we actually did this, and this is why we went with the.
I don't mind it. So that brings in $10,000 worth of cash. It gives you a little bit extra runway. Now you're focused on selling month-to-month plans.
Yes, that's correct.
That's great.
Well, we officially launched the software in February. So last February when the COVID started, and that was a huge hit. It really didn't work out for us because our main niche was restaurants, casinos, and hotels. So it was a disaster for the software and for ourselves as well. So what we did, we reworked our strategy for focusing on franchises and multi-site businesses, and that took us about 4 months to rework all our marketing materials and everything, and that's why we relaunched us in October. So really, we started in October.
And have you bootstrapped or raised capital?
We got some capital, mostly really good loans. We sold. We got £35,000 from like friends and one particular client who invested in, based on $7 million valuation.
$7 million valuation?
Yes.
That's a big valuation for no revenue.
That is the story behind it. So what's happened, we actually, back in 2019, we started to talk with some angels, and we thought about taking some investment inside the business. And we couldn't find any angel, anyone who fitted to our business. And we just decided that we will go something. But I never really heard on your channels, crowdfunding. So there is a platform called Seeders. And we decided that we will go with Seeders. So
can you spell it?
That's Seeders, SEEDRS.com.
Yep. Okay. So you raised money. You raised money there then?
No, we didn't.
Sorry, you raised $40,000 there at a $7 million valuation.
Yes, but it was not on Seeders. So what happened? Let me just quickly run through. So what happened? We went for Seeders. We built it together. The project. They approved our application. They approved the valuation. And then how it works? You start to collect like investors behind the project. You try to get in your own investors to start the project. And we did that. So we built a quite big follower base and people who want to invest into the business. And then before we launched the actual campaign, COVID hit, and we just stopped the campaign. And we got a couple of really good investors who then decided to stay with us. And that's what happened.
But how were you able to convince them to give you money at a $7 million valuation? I mean, that's nothing.
Well, we really built a really nice business plan, and then it was a proof of concept that we got franchisees, we got big clients already in talk, and we actually managed to achieve it.
Well, I mean, basically, if they put in $50,000 at a $7 million valuation, they're buying less than 1% of the company. They're betting on the fact that you're able to grow this thing to sell for something for more than $7 million. Otherwise, they never make any money.
That's correct.
So, I mean, if you got an offer right now to sell the whole business for $4 million, all cash up front, would you sell?
No,
Why not?
because we see the potential, we're seeing the actual market value of our software, and it's just not in a stage that I would sell. We just don't.
But potential is very different than a $4 million cash offer right now, all up front today.
That's true. But we already got clients. It's a proof of concept. We got some big franchises and multi-location companies join us now, and we're seeing the numbers, and they are really promising. Even if I just check the last 5 months since we actually recovered from COVID, our revenue is now higher than it was the last year, all year.
No, I think the growth is great. I just think the cap table is crazy. $7 million valuation means you can't raise capital unless you raise at higher than $7 million valuation. Otherwise, it's a negative signal to the market. It's a down round. I just think you actually really hurt yourself by having such a high valuation so early.
Well, I think we don't really want to raise at the moment. So we will grow the business and we will see how it goes.
Well, I don't think you'd be able to raise right now because you'd have to convince someone else that you're worth more than $7 million, which I think would be a really tough sale at $180,000 in MRR or in ARR. What do you think you'll grow this year?
We will definitely double the revenue for last year, but I think it will be probably about $500,000.
So you think you're going to go from $10,000 a month right now to about $50,000 a month by the end of the year?
Yes, definitely. I think we will hit $20,000 by end of next month, or this month, sorry, March.
And where is all that? I mean, you're doubling month over month, is what you're telling me. Where is all that growth coming from?
Well, we got quite a few prospects now at the moment. We're part of a big franchise organization called the QFA, and we got a lot of clients from that, and we got a really nice model, and they're loving it. So I think what generating the growth now, and what actually we achieved is that the selling system, will be now build it for franchisees. So franchise companies are using our tool, our software, but also using our services. And what we do now is a franchisor agreeing with us, and this is proven now, and we got a few clients doing this. They're actually using our service to grow and get onboarding franchisees, and then we building our product inside the franchisee offer. So therefore, we gain a new contract from every single.
Sure, but what kickback are you paying the franchise owner?
Sorry.
What are you paying the franchise owner to sell your product?
We're not selling. No. We providing service for the franchise owner. We're not paying. They're paying for us to run paid adverts and using the tool.
Okay, got it. Sorry, I thought you just said the franchise owner is selling through like a value-added reseller your product.
It's just part of the agreement that it's basically giving them a package. Whenever they're onboarding a franchisee, we're giving service and the software for franchisee as well. So we're growing together with the franchise.
I see. Very good. Well, we're rooting for you. Let's wrap up here with the famous five. Number one, favorite business book.
I would say I really like your book. I really enjoy to read it.
Oh, nice.
And
you got a chance to read it?
I'm actually re-listening now on an audio book at the moment. But getting things done from David Allen is really, really important book for me.
Number two, is there a CEO you're following or studying?
There are quite a few now with Clubhouse started, so you can get this really good interaction with them. But Elon Musk is one of my favorite CEOs.
Number three, what's your favorite online tool for building the business?
It's Zoho, actually. We're using Zoho for a lot of things.
Number four, how many hours of sleep are you getting every night?
Well, it's about 4.5 hours.
And what's your situation? Married, single, kids?
Well, I'm married and I got twin boys, 2-year-olds. So.
And how old are you?
I'm 41.
41. Last question. What's something you wish you knew when you were 20, Andras?
Well, I'm pretty sure that I know the answer. So when I was 20, I already ran 2 businesses. And one thing what I missed is building and document systems. What I did everything from insects. And I really wish I could build a system what I can replicate in new businesses. So I don't need to redo everything from the beginning. And that's what I'm doing now.
Guys, SMD.com almost doubling month over month, helping customers manage and understand their social media. They're now doing $10,000 a month in revenue, hoping to do $20,000 a month by the end of this month. Again, rapid growth rate. They raised $50,000 at a $7 million valuation early on, now fighting like heck to grow fast enough to grow into that valuation. We're rooting for them. 68 customers right now that are paying monthly, another 30 that paid one time, 9 people on the team, 3 engineers. Andras, thanks for taking us to the top.
Thank you very much, Nathan.
One more thing before you go. We have a brand new show every Thursday at 1 p.m. Central. It's called Shark Tank for SaaS. We call it Deal or Bust. One founder comes on, 3 hungry buyers, they try and do a deal live, and the founder shares back-end dashboards, their expenses, their revenue, ARPU, CAC, LTV, you name it, they share it. And the buyers try and make a deal live. It is fun to watch every Thursday, 1 p.m. Central. Additionally, remember, these recorded founder interviews go live. We release them here on YouTube every day at 2 p.m. Central. To make sure you don't miss any of that, make sure you click the subscribe button below here on YouTube, the big red button, and then click the little bell notification to make sure you get notifications when we do go live. I wouldn't want you to miss breaking news in the SaaS world, whether it's an acquisition, a big fundraise, a big sale, a big profitability statement, or something else. I don't want you to miss it. Additionally, if you want to take this conversation deeper and further, we have by far the largest private Slack community for B2B SaaS founders. You want to get in there. We've probably talked about your tool if you're running a company or your firm if you're investing. You can go in there and quickly search and see what people are saying. Sign up for that at nathanlatka.com/Slack. In the meantime, I'm hanging out with you here on YouTube. I'll be in the comments for the next 30 minutes. Feel free to let me know what you thought about this episode. And if you enjoyed it, click the thumbs up. We get a lot of haters that are mad at how aggressive I am on these shows, but I do it so that we can all learn. We have to counter those people. We got to push them away. Click the thumbs up below to counter them and know that I appreciate your guys' support. All right, I'll be in the comments. See ya.